Yo, 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 yo. Welcome back, everybody. Welcome back to 2Halves1Ball One Family. I am LL your host with the most as always. And we are through to the quarterfinals of the FA Cup. Come on. Another possible cup that could be coming home this season. Mansfield 1, Arsenal 2, of course. Job done. We got to beat Mansfield. Of course, they're giant killers at their stadium. It was an early kickoff today on a Saturday. Not really too happy about that, but it is what it is. It was a hostile atmosphere, don't get me wrong, but we got the win. The two goals. First one was Madueke with a brilliant shot, top bins kind of a shot. And then you got Eberechi Eze, who came on as a sub as well. And again, I think he achieved a top bins goal as well. Not quite there, but it was close. Certainly had a lot of power in it, I'll tell you that much. Mikel Arteta did this thing, of course. He rotated the squad, the starting 11. Key players were rested. And yeah, we become the second team to go through to the knockout stages, to the quarterfinals. Of course, Liverpool played yesterday. They won 3-1 against Wolves. And yeah, it was a professional job. It was a professional job. Well done. Pair of legs, but let's break it all down. Let's have a little conversation real quick. But before we get into that, smash that like button if you haven't done so already, and subscribe if you are new to the channel. We are currently on the road to 50 subs, as you can see from my little red Porsche right there, but we are sitting on 37 at the moment, so just 13 to go before we have to hit our next target. But yeah, let's get into it. First of all, first half, not really the best, if I'm being honest. It was a really tense affair. Mansfield, a League One team, 16th place, battling relegation. But that's no discredit to them because, like I say, they are giant killers. They have beaten Sheffield United 4-3 in the previous rounds and also beat Burnley as well 2-1. So this game was possibly going to be another upset. And let me not lie, it was close to that, you know. But at the One Call Stadium, max capacity, the stadium was fully filled out rather. And them getting to this stage of the competition, the fifth round, is the farthest or the highest they've been in 51 years. They got a great manager, the son of Brian Clough, Nigel Clough, of course. This was his dream. For us, of course, we needed to rotate. Previous performance, Declan Rice didn't exactly have the best game. You could see his legs were getting a bit tired. My favorite person as well. What is his name? Why am I forgetting his name? His colleague Zubimendi. That's it. Zubimendi again with mistakes that almost led to goals in the last game as well. So we needed to rotate the squad, and of course, Mikel Arteta did that. We still have one eye on the Premier League and the Champions League, of course, returning next week as well on Wednesday. And for most of the first half, it was tight. Mansfield were pretty much all over us. We could not get. We were struggling to get the ball past the midfield because there was a disjointment between the midfield and the attack and the defense as well. Mansfield defended deep. They made it very difficult for us, but again, it was a nice professional job. We were approaching halftime. It was looking like it was going to be a bit of a stalemate, if I'm being honest, going into the first half. But Madueke, the man on form, as always, every time he comes on, he seems to score nowadays. He rescued us with a nice top bins goal. Keeper tried his very level best, but he could not be able to save it, unfortunately for him. And yeah, we went to halftime with the halftime team talk having changed because obviously now we're 1-0 up. Come the second half, Mansfield were proactive. They brought on Will Evans at the start of the second half. When 1-0 up at that point, of course, I'm thinking, yeah, it looks like it's going to be a nice routine win game for us, you know, Mansfield, but with a heavy rotation and everything. But Mansfield had other ideas. They came out flying, and guess what? Just 5 minutes after being on the pitch, Will Evans made it 1-1, equalizer. And listen, it was both someone's mistake and Mosquera. Someone with a short misplaced pass there. Mosquera was caught in two minds. He didn't know whether to go and get the ball before Evans got to it or let Evans get the ball and then try to tackle him. Did neither. Followed Evans into our penalty box, and Evans equalized, making it 1-1. Bro, I'm not gonna lie, I started stressing. First half, if you watch my live stream, you'll see I was not happy in the first half, and how we started off the second half, it was not good. But proactiveness of Mansfield, Mikel Arteta was just as proactive, made a couple of subs. Eberechi Eze happened to be one of them. And once he came on, he only spent a few minutes. Again, I think he only spent another 5 minutes before he scored. And he made it 2-1. It was in the 66th minute. Suddenly, the stadium goes quiet once Eze scores, makes it 2-1. Again, Eze, brilliant job. His 8th goal of the season so far for us. I don't know why people are saying he's not good enough. He's doing a much better job for me personally so far than Odegaard is doing. But let me know in the comments what you think of that. Again, he was brilliant finish, clinical, put a lot of power behind the shot. The keeper could not be able to get his hand on it, and before he knew it, the ball had gone past him. And unfortunately, that's how we ended up breaking Mansfield hearts. They got knocked out. So I just want to give a quick shout out to a few players. Obviously, Eberechi Eze, 8 goals altogether. I think 4-5 of them coming up against Nando's FC, and three of them in the last 3 games as well. He scored a brace obviously against Tottenham and took that tally to 5. And yeah, today he made it. This man is really like definition of let it all work out, if I'm being honest. Real definition of let it all work out. It's really working out for him. Really happy, couldn't be more proud of him. Someone as well, I know he made the mistake. He was one of the 2 people that made the mistake that led up to Mansfield equalizer. But it was great to see him. Young back, nice to know that we do have young players coming through our academy, and they're given the opportunity as well to be able to play. Dixon as well, he came on. For me personally, wanted to see a lot more from him. He was a bit lackluster in his defending, and Mansfield actually toward the end started capitalizing on that, because every time they would play the ball long over to Dixon's side. But again, that was because Calafiori got injured, picked up a hamstring injury. Urian Timber had to come on, jack of all trades. This guy can play left back, right back, centre back, you name it. You name it. So yeah, Timber had to push up to left back, fill up for Calafiori. Mosquera came in, of course, started again. He had a decent game other than the mistake that he did. For me, he still gets man of the match, if I'm being honest. But let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Was he your man of the match, or was somebody else your man of the match? If it was somebody else, let me know as well in the comments. I do read all the comments as well, and I do try to reply, or I do reply to all of them rather. So yeah, let me know what happened there. Who your man of the match is or was. And then the other key honorable mention was, of course, the squad depth that is available to us. Mikel Arteta made a lot of changes, especially coming back off the last game. Declan Rice was a bit tired. Zubimendi was a little bit tired. Saliba never played, but I think he picked up a bit of a knock in the previous game before that. Gabriel definitely needed a break. Same as the man in goal, David Raya. He needed a break as well. I was surprised that Calafiori started, if I'm being honest. It was a bit of a surprise. I would have rather if Hincapie was the one who was starting there, but Hincapie was the sub, the man who came on. And then Timber as well, he was a sub as well, came on, did a brilliant job. Was attacking both on the left and on the right. And yeah, it was absolutely brilliant. Big shout out to Mansfield, of course. They came out fighting. They were not resigned. They were not giving up. They literally gave it 110%. Bearing in mind, like I said, this is a team that are in League One, third tier of English football, and they're currently sitting in the relegation. Actually, no, 4 points above the relegation zone. But this is a FA Cup. They've done a much better job, as mentioned before. Sheffield United, they beat them 4-3. Burnley in round three. Burnley as well got beaten 2-1 at Tough Moor at their own ground. Again, this is a Premier League team. And the game, yeah, like you can imagine, the manager was really up to it at the one call stadium. Made it really difficult. Obviously, the equalized had us worried for a good 15-20 minutes in the second half. If it was and obviously the 45 minutes of the first half, other than when we did score and go one goal ahead. Couldn't get that out, man. Yeah, I couldn't get that out for some reason. But yeah, we of course had the experience, and the players came in, they did a job, they did a professional job. Eze did exactly what he needed to do, and it was official once the final whistle was blown in the 90, as you can see, in the 96th plus minute, in the 90 plus 6 minutes. So far as it stands, I'm currently recording, it is a few minutes to 4 o'clock GMT. Like I said, Liverpool are the first team that booked their place in the last 8 yesterday with their 3-1 win thumping of Wolves United. We played today early kickoff, where we won obviously 2-1. Chelsea play later on today at 5:45 against Wrexham. I expect them to go through as well. The toughest game so far today of the FA Cup will be Newcastle versus Man City. Man City obviously struggling. That will be at 8 o'clock kickoff. And then tomorrow there are three games being played: Fulham, Southampton, Port Vale, Sunderland, Leeds versus Norwich, and on Monday it is West Ham versus Brentford. So still a couple of Premier League teams in there. Who do I want? Personally, I want it first of all to be a home game, just to make it a little bit easier. We don't have to travel. Who would I prefer? I hope FA Cup do us a solid once again, like they have done in the last couple of rounds, or as Champions League, or as Champions Leagues have done and given us a very favorable draw as well. So for me, I wouldn't mind Sunderland, Port Vale, Southampton. Oh, if I was to be a bit more ostentatious and a bit more adventurous, I wouldn't mind bringing Chelsea back to our ground again so that we can thump them for the fifth time this season. Liam Rossinho needs to hold another L, in my personal opinion. But yeah, that's just my thoughts. Let me know what you think. Who would you prefer? Of course, we have to wait until the draw. It will be done, I think, on Sunday tomorrow or on Monday when West Ham play Brentford. But I can't wait to do that. My final thoughts on this, family. Thank you to every single one of you that tuned in today. There were over 220 of you that joined in the stream today. I appreciate every single one of you. It means a lot. It means that my content is getting out there. It means that there are people willing to watch my content as well. So I appreciate every single one of you. If you haven't done so already, please do like the video. Like I said, they will push it to new viewers. And of course, subscribe, join our family. We're currently a small family. I'm looking to extend the family. And if you can be able to get into a community, to a stage where you get to a community, even better. Your thoughts and opinions are very much welcome and very much appreciated. But for me, job done once again. That's the FA Cup quarterfinals. Carling Cup finals against Man City. That will be later this month as well. Knockout stages last 16 of the Champions League, where we play Leverkusen, Hinkapie's parent club. And of course, we're still top of the league in the Premier League, 7 points clear, with Man City having one game in hand, of course. So let's not get too carried away there. But that is all besides the point. Today is a job well done by the lads, professional, given the rotation and the intensity that Mansfield came with. I think it was absolutely amazing. But like I said, family, let me know, what do you think? Who is your man of the match? Is it Eze? Is it Madueke? Is it Mosquera? Is it Norgard? Because Norgard as well played the full 90 minutes. And who would you like in the quarterfinals? Who would be your perfect team, like for us to be able to play, in your opinion, your personal opinion, of course? And is it time that we finally start talking about a possible quad now? Like I said, quarterfinals, finals, last 16, and obviously top of the table. But as always, I am your host with the most, Mr. LL Cool J. Channel is 2Halves1Ball. Thank you so much to every single one of you guys for interacting with me, be it through X on our social media, be it through Instagram on our social media as well. Whether you're liking, reposting, or just resharing the posts, and I appreciate all of it. Smash that like button, push it to new viewers, subscribe as well if you are new, join us. We are looking to become a community. And yeah, let me know. Oh, right. Turn on that bell notification as well, so you get notified when we play, when next live. I can tell you now, it will be on Wednesday when we play Bayer Leverkusen, which is Pierre Nkapie's team, of course. But remember, FA Cup quarterfinals, 7 points clear. That's my phone. Last 16 of the Champions League as well. So yeah, what can I say? Thank you so much, guys. As always, LL Cool J. Goodbye. God bless. Peace.